So last class we have created an interior model, and we have created a project also. Okay. So now if I want to select the same project again, this is the interior project which we have created, which consists of multiple folders. There are so many subfolders are there. So scenes, inside scenes, we need to, we will be saving our file, and our reference images are placed in source images folder. Okay. So this is what we have done last class. Um, okay. So you just complete the interior model. Okay. Anyhow, it has been done. So now let's do another organic model. Organic in the sense the object which is having a life. Okay. Organic is the object which does have life, which can move. Inorganic objects, those are props or other assets. Okay. Let us create this one, an organic model. So what I'll do is, let me create another project. New project, file, project window, new. I create dino. Let us do a dinosaur model now. Okay. RSTP batch to Maya. Select, accept. You need to accept that. Then after that, you go to the folder. You have a project folder which we have created. Now inside that, you just go to source images folder and you paste one reference image which you want to do the model. So I'm going to do this particular model now. Okay. So the model looks really good. It's so cute, right? Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah. So now whenever we work on organic model, okay, make sure the line flow is perfect. Okay, that matters a lot. And wherever there is a movement, okay, so the leg movement is there. Here you will be having, wherever there's a movement, especially the joint part, there we will be having a bit more measurements. Extra meshes will be there. Okay. And this entire model we will be creating using just one particular primitive. Okay. For example, I'll take cylinder. So now I'll go to Maya. So my reference object is in a side view. So I'm just going to side view, right? My image is in side view. So in Maya, I'm just going to side view. You know how to navigate through, right? Press the space bar. You can see four-sided view, right? Then bring the cursor to here. Again, press space bar. I'm in side view. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now view, image plane, import image. How do I import an image? This is a method. Here, see in this particular panel, view, image plane, import image. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
automatically, see, in this case, Maya is smart. Once we set the project, once we create the project, it knows where to go. See, automatically it is going to this particular location where I can pick my reference image easily. Okay. So width and height, I would like to increase this. So let me do this manually. I can scale this manually, and I can place this on top of it like this, or let it be. It's okay. Okay. Then after this, I want to push this back side. I'll push it here. Okay. Then this, if you click this, you get channel box and layer editor. This is layer editor. This is channel box. So again, I'm selecting this. Here alpha gain is there, zero point 0.1. Instead of 0.1, I make 0.5. Okay. Instead of 0.1, 0.5. Okay. Then here, this last two icon, This is create a layer or create a new layer and assign the selected objects into that. So I select this. That means this particular object is inside this layer. For example, V stands for visibility. I turn off, you cannot see that. I turn on, you can see this. The third box, click here. T stands for template mode. R stands for reference mode. R stands for reference mode, where you can see this object, but you cannot select. I don't want to select this object, but I want to see this. Okay. So for example, if I go to side view, I can see something like this. If you select alpha again, if I make it 1, it looks something like this. Okay, let it be reference mode. It's in reference mode now. Okay, got it. So this is how you set the image plane. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Save this. So when I save this, make sure you are saving inside scenes. So I'm doing incremental save like one after the other. Okay. So I'm selecting, I need to select a cylinder. So when I click cylinder, it is asking, drag the base on the grid, then pull up the photo height. So there's an interaction, right, between the user and the application. So I don't want that. If I click, I want the object to be on the center of the grid. So for that, what I'm doing, go to create polyprimitive, turn off interactive creation. Go to create polyprimitive, turn off interactive creation. Now select a cylinder. See, my cylinder is over here. Okay, simple. So then what I'll do, I just come over here. I place this cylinder like this, almost up to here. Then in the channel box, the I don't want cap, no cap. Make cap 0. Height you add somewhat around 7. 7 is okay, or 6 is also fine. 6, okay. Make sure subdivision height is 6, caps 0. Okay. Then what I'll do, I'll come over here, select the object. See, there are no mesh here. Just right click, go to face mode, select this face, delete, select this face, delete. So you'll be, so this particular model is having a hello. Okay, it should be something like this. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Then after this, scale, press R, make it like this. You can see wireframe mode to work on it. So what I'll do is I just select this one, alpha gain, I'll make it 0.5 only, or zero point 0.6. Then R. The reason I'm reduce alpha gain is because when I select this, the priority, the visibility of the model has to be more, not this one. Okay. So I just made it like this. Okay. Um, that's one thing. Okay, it's quite simple. Okay. So it's not that complicated. So select all this vertex like this. Just place it over here. Rotate this like this, and you place this model, this particular edges like this. Then select all this. You can move a bit. You can rotate this and scale it. Place it as per the reference. So we need to do as per the reference. Then I'm selecting this. Just place it here like this. You have to scale it globally. This one like this. Then I'm selecting this. You can place it here. Okay, these two, let it be somewhat here. Then I'm selecting this here like this. Like this. Then I'm selecting this here like this. Okay. Okay, it's something like this. Now I'll come over here. See, almost we got a basic shape. Okay. So then, so I select this particular edge, double click. You can select this edge like this. This is the grid. You can turn off, turn on. I'm just turning off. Now, edit mesh, extrude. I selected this particular entire edge loop, edit mesh, extrude. Then after extrude, you can place it like this again. So the last tool I have taken is extrude. So there's a shortcut G. G for repeat last tool. G for repeat last tool. Simple, right? See, almost half of the model, I'm completing it so fast. That's it. See, select this, press 3. You got it already, something like this. Then double click on this particular edge so that the entire loop is gonna select. Extrude this, place it here like this. Then I extrude. I'm gonna rotate it like this, and I'm extruding this like this. Again, I extrude and I'm placing this here. So you can go to vertex mode here. Now just match this here. It should be like this. Okay, it's like this. Okay. Okay. So later, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add one insert edge loop exactly here. Okay. One loop is here. Then I'm selecting the next one and just pushing inside. Something like this, globally inside. Okay. Then I extrude this, bring it outside like this. So just scale it in one axis only here now. Like this. Like this. So now I'm selecting these faces to be like this. This is here, this is here, this is here, here like this is here. We'll work on this. Okay, something like this is there, right? You're getting an output something like this. We need to work on this. So what I'll do is do the placement like this particular part. So what I'll do is select the face, select this, delete this, delete. Okay, so this particular part I deleted. Okay, so we need to work on this. Let's do this particular part properly. Seems confusing because there's a lot of mesh is there, but just observe the reference. Okay, based on the reference only we have to do. So there's no other option. Okay, now what I'll do here, just select these things. Drag and select these edges so you get an output like this. And now double click this inside like this. You have to work on this like this. Okay, you need to work on the shape part. Now this one, I'm gonna extrude this entire inside edges. Okay, I'll repeat this again. Double click this mouth part. Select any edge, double click. You get this. Okay. Now extrude this. Edit mesh extrude. Come over here. So press R like this. Inside. Again extrude. Scale it inside. Inside like this. Again extrude. Scale it inside like this. Like this. See, we have created it like this. Got it? So that's one thing. Here, this part. By looking at the reference, you should be able to manipulate uh, the references. Okay. Okay. Okay, something like this. Next, the eye part. So I need to add one mesh here. Like this. I'll be adding one edge loop here. Then I'll be adding one edge loop here, actually at the center of the eye part. Okay. Then after this, I'm selecting the vertex. I'm placing it here, this here, like this here, like this. So then after this, and I'm selecting these four faces, drag and select like this. So what I'll do is mesh to edit mesh extrude using these manipulators. Okay, just take, you can take it inside like this. Okay, again I extrude, repeat last tool G. Okay, again I extrude, or else it's okay, I can delete those faces, you can delete those area. Okay, then I'll come over here, go to vertex, it's like this, like this. So just place it like this in a curvy shape. So it's like this. It's okay, fine. We got this part. Okay. Then any other detail part is required. Okay, nose part. So I'll add one more mesh here to the nose part. Select this face, extrude. Again extrude. See, almost we got it, this particular part. Okay, so base shape we got it. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, so here double click on this edge. It should be like this. Because dinosaurs, you know, obviously the mass is really more. Okay, from all the angle you need to check, then only we can do. Fine, get the shape up to here. Next is the leg part. So leg part, I'll be doing it in the next session because it will be really confusing if I do everything in one session. Okay. Do you want me to continue or you will do up to here?
Can we please do up to this, sir, so that we can get it?
Okay, okay, fine, Linda. Yeah. Is this confusing?
No.
Is this
I
simple,
think,
complicated?
yeah, it's complicated, but I think with the video and following, we can,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, after this, see, there are a lot of history has been grown for this particular cylinder model. So what I'll be doing, edit, delete by type, history. All the history we need to deliver, modify, center pivot, pivot, we need to make it in the center. And I want to freeze these values, modify, freeze transform. Okay. So Control S, save. So we have saved this. Okay. So next class, I'll be saving this in a separate name. So we can do. Then detailing part and all, we do it in texturing or in ZBrush. Okay. So another thing, take a spear, just place the spear here, and the direction has to be like this, 90. And here you need to make it smaller. Place it exactly here. And it's like this. See, it's like this. Even we can add one more loop and we can do many things. Okay. It's quite simple to add some textures and all. Okay, material texturing and all you will learn later, not now. So I'm just seeing what and all things we can do. I'll add a Maya surface, blend, then I'll take a 2D texture ramp. Where is the ramp? Ramp. Okay, it's black. We can do many things. Okay. Lot many things can be done, but let it be. So just you place one spear, nothing else. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Let's see. So see, now shape is better, right? So even
Yes, sir.
lot many things can be done. See. Okay. We can start adding more and more shape, more detail can be done. Okay, try this. I'll be sharing this video. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Bye. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.